Hi class, it's Mrs. Kiefer, and I am back to teach you more about line plots. Now, on Monday, the purpose for our learning was to read a line plot. But today, our purpose, our learning target, says I can make a line plot to organize data. So it'll be your job to actually make the line plot today. Now, all of the information for our line plot will come from the data table. And over here, number 1, it says feather lengths in centimeters. We're going to be using this table to make the line plot. Now, in this little table, you will see a bunch of different numbers. And these are all feather lengths in centimeters. I see 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The book already did the number 4 for us, if you look over at the line plot. So I'm just going to use my tool to dot it in again. Now, 1, 2, 3. That means that there are 3 feathers that have the centimeter length of 4. And there's the 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to look at the 5. How many feathers are 5 centimeters long? I see 1, 2. So I'm going to use my tool. The bigger one is easier to use. 1, 2. I can even go back and replace these ones so they're a little bit bigger and they match. Now let's look at our feather lengths of 6 centimeters. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put 4 plots on the line plot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we're going to look at 7. How many feathers are 7 centimeters? I see 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, let's look at how many feathers are 8 centimeters. I see 1, 2. I'm going to add 2. 1, 2. And last but not least, let's see how many feathers are 9 centimeters long. Just see 1. So I'm going to do 1 plot on my line plot for 9. So now my line plot is finished. But let's take a look at the questions. Number 2 says, what is the most common feather length? And the way that I could tell is just by looking at your line plot here, which one is the tallest or which one has the most. And you could see that 6 is the most. So therefore, the most common feather length is 6 centimeters. Now, number 3 asks us, why does the number line use the numbers 4 through 9? Like, why doesn't it have a 1, 2, 3, or why doesn't it go to 10? And the answer is because if you look at the data table, the lowest number is 4, and the highest number is 9. So we'll start with the lowest and end with the highest. Now, when you do your line plot today, there's a little thing at the bottom where it's going to tell you to measure. If you have any kind of ruler, go ahead and use a ruler. You can even measure using a tape measure or anything that you can find around the house. So use that to fill in the data table so you can make your own line plot. Have fun.